Oh my god. So good. I didn't fade it out, but so good.
Dude, you got so grainy when you were hitting that high note.
Yeah,
back to
people
normal now,
people are always
thankfully.
surprised. They're like, what did you go to college for? I'm like, theater. That's why I look at my skill set. It's just like make funny faces, make funny voices, dance in circles.
I went to school to fly airplanes, and I
Hey,
don't do that either. So,
hey,
well,
hey,
you
hey.
actually have a useful skill.
You have useful skills too. Listen, you're a leader, right? You know how to group people, you know how to follow orders.
Yeah,
You're good
that's
at following
about it.
orders. What's up, dude? Welcome back.
Here we are. We made it another week.
Another week. Thank you to everybody. I want to say this before we start the show. If you're listening right now, if you've listened to any of the episodes, thank you, because we do this for fun. We don't we're not sitting here plugging breaks and our buy and sell and all this and that. Like, we want to bring you information. We want to bring you Trent and I as people. I think we get along well. But if you spend time out of your day and listen to the show, thank you. We appreciate it. And everyone that's reached out to me and told me, and Trent, I know, has had people reach out to him as well, that you've listened, that you've watched on YouTube. We appreciate you. Leave a 5-star review, leave a like, leave a comment. Thanks.
Shoot, yeah. Well, if you're afraid to do it, I'll do it then. I love free T-shirts, so if you want me to plug something, wear a little T-shirt. I'm telling you, I could use some more T-shirts, man.
People are asking for Jetbreaker swag.
I know.
We're
Well, the
working
thing
on
is,
it.
like, I want Jetbreakers merch.
Jason told me, I'm gonna tell you this in confidence, but I'm gonna tell everybody. Jason
love
told me
this
like
in
3
confidence.
months ago before the national, I was like, listen, if I can get hats, koozies, or some form of like quick apparel, whether a bracelet or something, he was like, listen, design it, send it to me, and I'll get it made. So I think if
We got stickers.
we did get stickers, right? And we have a crap ton of stickers. I think
Yes.
if I can call someone like maybe his maid and have them set his alarm or do some like Groundhog Day thing where
If
he thinks it's
he's
back
gonna be
before
pissed.
nationals and we order more hats. I don't know. He might be able to let us order it, but
He's be like, I don't have a maid. What are you talking
yeah.
about?
Jason doesn't have a maid. Jason doesn't have a maid in his 3 apartments. He doesn't even listen to the show though. This is all for him, really. We're growing the brand, baby. How are you, Trent? Listen, and people know this. I'm not really that into baseball, but I do know one thing. October is baseball month, and I know my Astros are not doing well.
No. Actually, in fact, October is not the month of baseball.
It's not.
In fact, the season's actually over.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The Mets are out.
The Mets aren't out. They just decided to stop playing, and they want to give other teams an opportunity.
Didn't they have one of the best starts in baseball to start the year? Like, I'm just headline, the rolling off what I've been seeing all over the social media. But like, can you?
I will leave this podcast.
Defend yourself. Defend the team.
No, dude, it was a collapse. Have you seen Frank the Tank from Barstool?
Yes, I have. I've
seen his absolute meltdowns
Yeah.
over the Mets. That's effectively how I've been over the last 48 hours. And then
Is it
Pete Alonso.
Is it player? Like, what's your genuine, honest opinion?
I mean,
what was the problem? Was it a devolution of like an old strategy that stopped working at a certain
point? So I will
point?
say this: it's not really. I don't know how to fix it. Now, I'm no expert, but I will say this: I'm probably gonna get the number wrong. There's probably be somebody in the comments who corrects me, but it's something to the effect of. I forget how many games there were, but every single game, if the Mets were trailing into the 8th inning, they did not come back and win. Every single game. It was over like 70 games where like they never had a comeback win after the 7th inning. So it's like, hey,
closing out game, being able to like
come back,
close games, come back from stuff. Man, that's tough.
Yeah, and I don't know how to. I mean, you can't really just. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to have
player thing.
A rotation that allows for you to be able to put yourself in a position to get out of those spots. But if people aren't hitting, they're not hitting. Right?
Exactly. And part of the issue is like Juan Soto doesn't even make a livable wage. I mean, he only got like $860 million. Like his family's going to go hungry.
Didn't earn it. That's for damn
sure. But I will say this. Now, this is actually the more heartbreaking thing for me as a Mets fan isn't that the Mets didn't make the playoffs. It's that immediately after the game, literally immediately after the last game, Pete Alonso says that he will be electing free agency. So I'm hoping that the Mets pay the man because my PC will be in shambles.
How does that work with baseball? Do people care if a player gets traded away from the team that they're on with their rookie card? Like, does it matter that much? Or
Not as much as you'd think. I
yeah,
mean, some people so, like, me personally, like, it doesn't really bother me, like, I actually have a really good example here. This is a card I bought on eBay this past week. If I could find where I put it. Yeah, I mean, this one right here, Corey Seager. Corey Seager, he plays for the Texas Rangers now, but this is a Dodger card. Like,
not
it's
that big of a deal.
especially, like, when we talked about the other week with, Bowman, how prospects, um, bounce around and stuff. I mean, like, there's plenty of prospects who have been traded from their original team, like the team they got drafted by or signed with, and then they make their major league debut. For example, Fernando Tatis. He was
Yeah,
originally with the Chicago White Sox, so his first Bowman cards are with the White
interesting. I
Sox,
didn't know that.
even though he never played a professional game with the White Sox themselves. He played for the White Sox in the minor leagues, but never in the major
Never
leagues.
actually with the
Mhm.
team. Dang. Well, before we get too much further into it, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to tease everybody listening right now. We do have another jet breaker on the
Special
podcast today.
guest.
Manny's going to be joining us to talk a little bit about breaking. Manny breaks basketball and football. I know he's kind of our go-to product guy whenever it comes to
And just did
releases. And
wrestling yesterday and has
yeah,
done
yeah,
Pokemon
wrestling
and
too. He's
Pokemon
a
in the
wrestling
past.
super
He's a
fan.
jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, but we're gonna have him on later on in the podcast. But before we get to that, Trent and I are going to talk a little bit more about. I don't know if we should talk much more about the Mets not being able
No,
to
we
make it
don't
to
have
the
to.
playoffs.
We don't have to. I think we covered it.
We've covered it enough, but we are going to address some allegation. No, I don't know how he's feeling.
Why do you
What
always have to say
allegations,
that?
bro? It's in my blood. I just have to address the allegations at all times. How do you? Before I get into the list, we have some questions from a viewer of the show, Joseph. Shout out Joseph. He sent me some questions whenever he first started getting into collecting, and I thought they were super interesting questions because not only are they relevant to I think anybody who's collecting cards, but I want to get your opinion on some of them as someone who sells in the marketplace and buys pretty frequently. Me
Yeah.
myself, when it comes to singles, I don't sell a ton of singles and I don't
Mm.
buy a ton of singles. Like I
Oh,
really buy stuff when I feel like I want something specific or I have an inkling for a specific player, but
the last couple days,
you have
dude.
a problem, yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
do.
but specifically, before we get into the questions that Joseph had, I want to ask you about
Mhm.
something. Did you make a big purchase recently for a big card?
I did. I did. I made
Did
a
you?
I made the biggest purchase I have ever made.
Was it really? Was it a
Yes.
record-setting purchase for you?
Yes, it was a record-setting purchase for me.
That's crazy. All right. So it the card that you think I'm thinking of
I think
from
so.
my customer from TikTok? Was
Maybe?
it an Aaron Judge
Yes. Oh my
bat knob?
goodness. So fun fact, I had no idea who that was.
Really?
Yeah, no idea.
You just okay, so yeah, you met him at the Paul, that's Paul. We met him and his son at the
Oh,
show.
so that was the thing. That was the thing. I followed him and I was like, "Wait, this name sounds so familiar," but I couldn't. But now, okay, yeah, from the National. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes, I
Paul,
remember Paul
he
now.
sent me a
Yes.
picture of that redemption, and tell us what it is first before I tell
Okay.
the story of it.
So yeah, so shout out to Paul. Paul, I'm sorry. I couldn't. I am so awfully bad with
Trent gets
names.
a lot of DMs too.
Yeah,
I've
it
seen
blesses
and
a lot.
heard of what you
Yeah,
get on Facebook.
I mean, that's the thing is, dude, I mean, you said it yourself, I have a problem, I buy every single day. I mean, for example, I think I have 15 packages inbound right now. Okay, we don't have to get into
What
it.
is the card? What is the
So
redemption?
the big card that I purchased was a 2025 Topps Tier 1, which is a newer release, but it's an Aaron Judge 1 of 1 bat knob autograph. So they take it's a thick card, so they literally take the bottom of his baseball bat,
It's his
the
bad. Like it's not like
yeah,
a fake ass
correct. It's
like
the
random.
bottom of
Okay.
his, and it's autographed. So it's a 1 of
Wow.
1 bat knob autograph of I mean, we'll see, but more than likely, I mean, the odds are pretty close this year, but a back-to-back most valuable player, former rookie of the year, I'd say the second biggest player in baseball aside from Shohei
Wow.
Ohtani.
So Paul reached out to me with that card. He was like, "Look at this." I was like, "That is insane." He was like, "Do you want to buy it?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Absolutely not." I said, "But show it to Trent because number one, if anything, he might be able to help you value it. But
Mhm.
number two, if he's not interested, he might be connected to someone who would potentially be interested." So I'm glad that worked out. I'm gonna hit Paul up for my
Well,
finder's fee or
I
for my
mean
introduction fee.
I'll put it this way, so to be completely honest with you, when I got sent that, I had 0 expectation of buying it. Because I am so used to folks reaching out to me with these
Yeah.
massive cards and being like, like, I don't know, if a similar card sold for $1,000, they're like, "Okay, hey, this is, yeah, sure, I'll sell it to you for 10, 15K." I'm like, I can't reasonably fathom
Yeah.
spending that. But he was super realistic. I mean, like, genuinely realistic. Like, I said, "Hey, look, I think it's right in here. I think this is the perfect happy zone." And he goes, "How does this sound?" Or actually, no. I said, "I think this is the zone. I would offer you this much." He gave me a counter that was super reasonable, and I said, "You know what?" I talked to my wife, and I was like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna do this." And
You
she
brought
goes,
the board in. You were like,
well, no, what I
"You got to
did
bring the
was
board in."
I did it even better. I showed her, like, sales and everything. I go, "What would you value this at?" And she, like, I mean, 'cause I've been working with her a lot of, like, hey, valuing stuff, and she goes, "I think it'd be right in here," which is a little bit on the higher end of what I was valuing it at. And I go, "That's pretty close to what I was thinking." I offered him this much, and he countered it, and she goes, "That actually sounds super reasonable, do it." And I was like, "T done."
Hey, please. So,
S send me your
with
send me your info right now before she changes her mind.
Topps redemptions, did he mail you the redemption? He told me he maybe had redeemed it or was gonna help you redeem it so you can get the card faster. Like, how do you guys do that when those
So,
big cards, you send them in?
yeah, so what he did was he just sent me the code. He sent me a picture of the code,
Okay.
and then he's just gonna send me the actual redemption card, just PWE in the mail, because it's just the
Oh, hell
code.
yeah, it's like it's a piece of memorabilia for
Mhm.
you basically, but how long do you think it'll take for you to get that card?
I have no idea, because I mean, that's the thing with Tops, like, no joke, it can be, like, a week, or it could be a year. I mean, right
Yeah.
now, I have stuff that has taken a week, and then I have things that are still sitting in my Tops redemption
I
from
would imagine the
last
stuff
year.
that is on card or on mem autos take
Mhm,
longer, but unless they had all of those, if you only have 20 bats that he's gonna sign at that
mhm,
initial signing, like, if they have all those already cut and ready to go and be placed into cards or, like, I'll be
right.
curious. So it's already been sent off, how long has it been since the code was redeemed?
About a week, I
Okay,
think,
so and
maybe,
nothing
maybe
yet.
less than a week. Yeah,
Wah,
no,
wah.
nothing yet, but I
Well, you
mean,
got that to wait on. I know you're
oh,
not waiting
yeah,
on
oh, I'm gonna
Mets
be like,
Mets
every time,
postseason, but
dude, every time I get an email, I think it's Tops, I'm like, "Oh."
All right, I wanna get into some of these questions because I think they're really good.
Let's
So,
do it.
shout out to Joseph. Um, these are general questions about selling cards and about valuing cards. So, we'll start with the first one. How do you price a card or value a card if there are no comps online or you can't
I
find any comps?
love I love this question.
Great one, right? Start us
Yes.
off. Give us
So
some juice.
here's the literacy breakdown that I want to give. Comp, comparable, comparable. Let's do some comparing. The thing is, with a rookie, so at least this may be more geared towards baseball. I don't know. There's probably some similarities here, but let's say it's a rookie autograph. That there's, you know, I say look for a card if it's serial numbered. That helps you. You can go look at something and say, okay, it's a gold number to 50 when it comes to Topps products. It's a gold rookie autograph number to 50. Okay, let's say that it's a, I don't know, Topps tier one, a set that we were just talking about. Gold autograph number to 50. Well, you can look around and it's like, okay, well, there's no tier one autographs to 50 have sold. The next best is to just search for that player's autographs to 50.
Yeah.
Find a similar sale, a comparable sale of a set. So, I mean, you could look at, you got tier one, you can maybe look at triple threads, or you could look at, I don't know, even like finest, or you could look at just things like that. Just a product that is close enough in price to where you could figure that out. But when it comes to, like, let's say it's a legend autograph to 50, those are pretty flat across the board over the years. So I mean, you could look at the previous years, because if it's a pretty well-known player, odds are they signed last year too.
Yeah.
So just look for a similar sale. You don't have to find the exact card, because the thing is, at least for Tops, if I Dynasty is a very, very expensive product. Let's say I have a Tops Inception patch autograph, which is about I mean, now it's like a $300 box, but Dynasty is in the thousands. If I have an Inception patch auto to 50, and I find, or to 10, let's say, and I find a Dynasty patch auto to 10, I know that my card should be worth
Worth
less than
yeah.
that than that Dynasty patch auto to 10.
Yeah.
It's just you just have to like just gauge like, okay, I think this is lower, I think this is higher. And at the end of the day, it's your card. So that's what you can use to gauge that pricing.
To
Or if
gauge what to value it at for
or you know
somebody.
you
Yeah.
could do, you could do, which is always the answer.
List high.
99-cent auction, let it ride. That'll tell you
We'll
exactly
get
how much it's
we'll get
worth.
to that. There's a question actually
Okay.
that'll be interesting regarding that. But I think like I had an example of yes, on that side of the spectrum of finding something that's maybe more relevant or more in the population, right? But when you have a one of one card, what you're saying with that like tier system essentially is
Mhm,
true. I think for the easiest way to value stuff in general, it's like find a tier that is higher or lower, and then kind of work in that tier and find the
mhm,
little tiers within that, whether it's serialization, like something that's lower serialized isn't always worth more because you may have like out of 299 on a color match or out of 99 on a
yeah,
non-color match, and the
mhm.
299 is doing, 3, 4x. It just depends.
Yep, I
My
mean, it's
example,
yeah, it's you're completely right. Because I mean, like, for example, with tops, greens are numbered to 99, but greens aren't super sought after unless it's a color match. So, yeah, same thing, like, blues are a lot more sought after. So, like, a blue rookie autograph will typically outsell a green rookie autograph, even though there's 30% more blues than greens.
interesting. I pulled a one of one Lamar Jackson Obsidian patch last year. And I didn't know it was like right when Obsidian dropped, it's like you're not going to find a comp for that
Mhm,
card because I had the card. So I was trying to sell it and I went and looked at other comps and I just went to the year before that was also a non-rookie. They
mhm,
didn't have the same exact parallel, but they had a similar one with an uglier patch that had sold for like 249. So I was like, okay, this is a $275 card because I had
mhm.
found another one that was, 300 and somewhere in between. And I sold it for 260 because someone lowballed me on my 280 ask. But like
Yeah.
I moved it because I found an idea of what to ask for, and I was able to tell someone my asking cost, which helped me move it rather than having to like say, "What do you value this at? What would you
Yeah,
give
because
them for
if
it?"
you can, like, justify it, that's my thought process too. If you can justify the price with, data and not just like, "Oh, because I feel like it's this much," you're gonna sell it. You're
You
gonna
will.
sell it.
Someone will make a strong offer if it's actually priced reasonably, right? That's the whole
Mhm.
point of being able to sell stuff. All right, next question. Is it worth selling in bulk?
Yeah.
And
It
how would you sell bulk cards? Slash, what do you quantify bulk cards as?
so, I might catch some flack for this, but I think it's totally acceptable to sell bulk. So, bulk, when I think of baseball, I think of majority base. The thing is it worth it? I can't answer if it's worth it to a person. If you are in a position where you need money now, yes, sell in bulk. If you don't need money, never sell in bulk. That's the thing. If you need cash today, don't call 877 cash now. List your stuff as a whole
It's
whole
you gotta
lot.
know.
List your stuff as a lot, but I will say this. People have come to me many times asking, "Hey, how should I price out this lot?" And I go, "Do you want my honest answer to where you will actually sell it?" And they go, "Yeah." And I go, "You're going to have to list it at 50 to 60%."
Oh, yeah. If it's a mainly base,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
if
yeah.
it's based, like,
There's any base?
people are going to only comp out your let's say if you have 100 cards, people are more than likely gonna comp out 10, maybe 20 of those biggest cards, and the remaining 80 or 90, they're just gonna say, like, "Eh," like, "Uh, I don't really care about those." Like, they're just gonna give you that 20% of what those values are, and then they're gonna be like, "Alright, give me the rest."
The whole reason you would sell bulk in my eyes has always been to save yourself the time of having to list things of lower value, right? So
Mhm,
like if you have most people I think if they have anything, let's say, for me personally the threshold was like 40 to $50. Like if I had anything above that, I'm selling it, I'm picking that stuff out of the bulk lot. So most of the bulk of anything is like base inserts, maybe some
yeah,
color for
5,
like
$10 cards, yeah.
random players, if even that, a lot of 50 cent to a dollar
Mhm,
cards. You want to move that stuff at bulk so that you don't have to take the time to list it. And someone wants to buy that at bulk because they know that if they have the means to sell them individually, will be
yeah,
able to make a profit
dollar
on the
dollar
box. So
bins, yeah,
that's what you give up, right? You're giving up an additional 20 to 30% for the labor of having to go through and
mhm,
value everything. Because if you only have 30 cards and you're trying to sell that as a lot, like just comp the cards out and like
Yeah,
work with
and
someone on a a true cost versus
uh-huh.
a bulk lot. I feel like is a lot different than just a
Yeah,
lot.
and a huge, huge thing that people overlook all the time. If you don't have an eBay store, you don't need cash right now, take those cards and list them individually. Build your feedback. It matters. Seriously, like
Yeah,
ship them all plain white envelope. That way if one gets lost, you can eat the $2. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But, that's a great way to build your feedback. For example, Bowman, like Bowman Draft when it comes to baseball products, most breakers, myself included, typically auction off the base paper because it's about half a pack. I mean, and the majority of them are 5, 10, 15, 20 cent cards. There's a few like, $3, $4 ones
yeah.
for the big names, but the overwhelming majority of people just auction it off or just sell it off. And I take that, I'll buy it, I'll take it, and I'll list it on eBay in lots and or not in lots, but like individually. And I just use that as feedback builders because if by the time you build that feedback up, when you go to sell that $1,000 card and you have 5 feedback versus somebody with 500, people are going to trust the
Yeah.
guy with 500 feedback.
Get a lot more watchers. One thing that
Mhm.
my pops has been doing, and he kind of like figured out a way to move a lot of those base and some colored inserts, but mainly base inserts of quarterbacks for football, was he would go and get like the numbers insert for select. He'd get one of each of the rookie quarterbacks and then just put all 6 cards on a lot on auction. They would sell for like $20 a piece, and he wouldn't have to sell them and list them
Mhm.
individually, and would get rid of, he had like 8 or 9 iterations of that for each of these groupings. He'd do all the wide receivers and all the running backs, just put them on auction and let them run. But there are ways to do it. It's just a matter of how much time and energy you have, I guess, to put into it.
Yeah, and my advice to people is do it until it's not fun anymore. Like, for me, like, I'll take pictures of stuff all day. I mean, my phone camera is full of card pictures because it's just like,
So
I'll
many.
just hang out, I'll watch, like, YouTube or something or whatever game's on or whatever, and I'll just snap pictures of stuff and
Serial lister.
yeah, got a problem.
Are there any purchases that you have made that you feel like helped you with selling cards or your card business? They could be tools, equipment, subscriptions, anything that you feel like has helped you
Mhm.
out.
Oh, yeah. So, the biggest thing is learning, is with time. I will
Buy
tell you
more
this,
time. Buy more time.
if you got the time, I say do this, alright? Always, always, always have your auction scheduled to end on either Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night. Why? Most people are on their phones then. Most people are at work Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 or whatever.
Going to bed
So
early.
so you can do that. And in other words, there's a reverse to that. If you're buying, don't be afraid to jump on eBay at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. You might get some deals.
9 p.m. Like I'll search when I'm live. I'll look on eBay. Sometimes it's like 11:30 at night, and I'm like,
Mhm,
just show me like what's ending soon. And also,
mhm.
I'll find some random stuff hanging out there sometimes. So
But the thing is, you've also got sorting by new. I mean, so here's a feature that I have not used a ton, but I started using it this past year, and it's saving searches. If there's something, a certain card that you are looking for example, for me, I wanted to complete the Pete Alonso uh Topps Chrome Gold, True Gold run, so all numbered out of 50. There's only 50 in the world, so they don't pop up all the time. But you can type in eBay using the mobile app. You can type in like, "Hey, 2025 Topps Chrome Pete Alonso Gold out of 50." And then if you click the little heart icon
yeah,
right next to where you're typing, it'll save that search. So you get notified whenever somebody posts one. So
I
I'll
did
get a
not
notification.
know this. I need
Yeah,
to be on my eBay game.
so now anytime somebody would post one of those, I would get notified. And of course, me being me, the first one that pops up, I could just go buy. Um,
Give it to me. I
yeah,
need
I'm
it.
like, I'm like, did not see how many digits there were. Hopefully, there was only a couple, but
I think a light box was one of the things that I bought
yes.
pretty early on that was really
Oh,
essential
yes.
because no one wants to buy cards if the picture sucks. Like
Yeah, and
truthfully,
it is the best investment. I have said this a
$20,
zillion times.
$25, man, you can
$20.
find them easy.
The pictures will just make it so much better, so much better.
They have some really unique light boxes too out there. I know there's a hobby specific one we saw them demo. I don't remember who it is. I'm not going to plug them, but at the national that was for being able to swap cards in and out of the picture zone really quickly.
Mm,
But yeah, as far as other tools and equipment, I would say um I've I haven't personally ventured a lot onto my card post or Veriswap or any of the other trading apps.
Mhm.
My brother's done a lot of work on the trading apps, and the fees I think are kind of killer on those. But
Oh, really?
I don't think there's any other like community, I guess, where you can buy, sell, and trade cards without having to deal with fees and like direct from the platform other than Facebook, which is
Oh,
an
I was about to say,
Instagram.
I was about to like, "You don't know
No,
somewhere?" I
no,
was
the
like, "I know
Instagram.
somewhere pretty good."
That's where I was getting to, was
Yeah.
just like there isn't any other like secret community or
Mhm.
there are some Discord channels and stuff where I think people are doing things, but you're paying a
Yeah.
subscription at that
Mhm.
point to be in those groups. But Facebook and Instagram tend to be pretty good assets for building a community, posting cards, and then getting hits on those cards from people that are looking to buy as well.
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah, story sales on Instagram, things like that,
Dude,
yeah.
story sales are goo goo. Okay, last question. If you're unsure about how much to list a card for, and I was teasing this a little bit earlier with you, would you rather post it on auction or put it on buy now with offers on? Buy it now. Put it on buy it now high, list it high
So
basically with offers on.
there's all right, I'm gonna have to break this down a lot further than probably anybody listening wants to hear. So we're gonna piggyback
You
off
have
of my comment
3.5
earlier.
minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna piggyback off my comment earlier. We're going to ensure we have a lot of feedback because if there's not much feedback, it all depends. The card for me, my threshold is usually $150. If the card is above $150, I will not auction it. I
Yeah.
say that because I know that the risk that I run, even in the higher up it goes, obviously the more risk I'm taking because 10% off $1,000 is $100.
Yeah.
Do I want to lose $100 off something? Not particularly. Even I
And
mean,
that's
I know
without
we get
promoting it or any of the other little
right.
bells and whistles
Yep.
that they charge
Yeah.
you for, right?
And the thing is, without feedback, you're not gonna be able to sell those cards above. I mean, I guess maybe over 150, but I'm still iffy on buying from people with single
Everybody
or
who
even
bids in auctions over that cost, in my mind, they all wanna get a deal, right? Which
yeah.
is why they're auctioning, and no one
Mhm.
wants to pay it. There's a balance of the rarity of the card and what the appetite of the market is, and
Yeah.
that's invisible. Nobody really knows what it is. If you can
Right.
find the sweet spot where someone's willing to overpay for a card today that went at an X price yesterday, if you can predict that and find out a way to do that on a regular basis, that's really where the money's at, but I don't think anyone can actually accurately
Yeah, it's
predict
all
that.
we're all guessing it. But no, I mean,
That's a good threshold, $150.
yeah, about
That's
$150. If it's above that, I usually do buy it now with offers. But it's one of those things that also if you don't need the funds, don't be afraid to not list it. I
yeah,
say that because if you don't know, kind of going back to the original question of like not knowing how to value something, somebody like me who is like let's say somebody who doesn't know how to value the same card, the Pete Alonso gold out of 50, and they list it for $5. Somebody like me who has notifications on is just going to be like, boom,
yeah,
buy immediately. And you
yeah,
and you just missed out on, maybe 40, $50 because you were just like, oh, I don't know. Don't be afraid to wait. I mean, because the thing is, you can use that feature, that search, just search for the card that you've got
yeah, make sure if
because
you list it appropriately, right?
yeah,
That
because
was gonna
somebody else might post one and then you can, I mean,
piggyback on, yeah, what they're doing.
piggyback, undercut them.
Undercut them. That was my counter to that was gonna be, my recommendation is usually if you have something and you're questioning whether or not it's the time to sell, and I'll shout out Matt Bocino, who I know has been around some of the baseball and football groups. Um, if you, he has a card, it's a Puka gold color wheel, and like Puka's going nuts right now.
Mhm.
Is like, should I list it? I'm like, yes, list it. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely have it listed, list it high, and let it sit on your eBay store because
Mhm.
anybody that goes through and favorites it or likes it, like all of that engagement on eBay is feeding the
Yeah.
algorithm too with your other cards that you're wanting to sell.
Yeah.
To your point, it's important to monitor that so you don't have a card that's listed at $40 and then that guy goes off and
Mhm.
it's comping at 80 and you get undercut.
Yeah.
But if you're smart and you stay up with it, like keep your stuff listed all the
Yeah.
time so
I
that way
have
someone who searches randomly on a Tuesday night for that
yeah.
card after the player goes off can buy it.
Yeah, so I personally I'm curious. I actually wanna see right now how many cards I have active on my eBay. So I usually about once every 6 months or so, give or take, I will list, say, 1 to 200 cards in a weekend. I have a weekend that I just set aside and I do it. Right now, I have 44 items on my eBay. The overwhelming majority uh, are north of that $150 threshold. Most are like 100, we got 700, we've got 1,200, things on there that are relatively bigger. A few things just smaller, just to keep I've got things in every like from 99 cents up to over $1,000 in my eBay store all the time. Why? Because it keeps things there. People
Yeah.
will follow you. People will. It just
Well, it's
having an
better than
empty
not
store,
having
right?
anything on your
Having an
store,
empty
right?
store does not look great,
It
and I
looks
want.
terrible.
Mhm. Yeah,
Cool. Well,
exactly.
that's all the questions. Shout out Joseph for those. I thought they were pretty
Yeah,
good.
those are really good engaging questions.
We are gonna have our interview slash hangout session with Manny. So we will see you guys with Manny here shortly. All right. We are here with Manny. What's up, dude? Welcome in.
Welcome.
What's up, guys?
This is the first time I've ever spoken to you outside of a Jetbreakers meeting in like spoken, like heard your voice. So it's nice. It's nice to meet you.
Well, I did teach you how to use Excel, so
You did, but I didn't get to see you while you did it.
I guess.
That's part of it, right? You got to like read human emotion. Getting to see Trenton here raging out over the Mets, completely
All right,
bongling
don't
their
even get me started.
postseason
Again, we
experience.
already went through this once. I'm gonna go full Frank the Tank in this podcast.
I have a close friend who's a Mets fan, and he is not doing so good.
Oh
Not
yeah, I'm
doing
in
well.
shambles right now.
Call a house check. Call a house check. So you're wearing an Eagles jersey, big Jalen Hurts, Eagles fan.
This is AJ Brown.
Oh, AJ Brown,
This is
the
a
guy
AJ
who.
Brown's jersey, yes.
Let me double check and see how many points he has.
My
on
wife
the year in my
absolutely hates
fantasy league.
AJ Brown right now. This is her
He's-
first
he's
year
most
playing
hated.
fantasy.
He's
It's her
most
first
hated.
year, and she's like, "Should I play this guy?" I'm like, "Hey, he's supposed to do good." And she's like, "You are ruining my fantasy team."
Yeah,
Wide receiver 46.
I do have him on a team. It's been a weird start.
Yeah.
Hey, it's how you finish, not how you start. So
It is. What do you think about that stuff coming out today? Like that the cryptic tweet about wanting to leave and duck your head and bow out of places you're not appreciated.
it's wide receiver talk.
Dude, it is.
It's wide receivers. I told Jeremy this the other day. Wide receiver might be the only position where the players would rather have 2,000 yards on a winless team
Yeah,
than 1,000 yards and win the Super Bowl.
it's true.
Like it is. They're straight divas. That being said, though, I think it's a non-issue.
Yeah, you don't think it'll last? They'll figure it out.
Last year he was reading books on the sideline, so we'll be fine.
That was like him in his mental hyperbolic time chamber, though. Yeah, he was getting ready.
Yeah.
And I need him to tweet
That
more.
was-
I don't know.
That was like week
energetic.
13, 14. So
That's pretty crazy considering they
Maybe.
won the Super Bowl. So
yeah, maybe by week 7 he'll be playing a Nintendo Switch on the sideline.
Dude,
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. All right, Manny. So you break for Jetbreakers. We're all employed slash contracted out by the same company, right? So you break on Facebook. What are you breaking? You breaking football, basketball, anything else?
Primarily basketball, football. I dabble a little bit in baseball. I still can because
Manny knows his baseball.
Does he?
Yeah.
Not to brag, I do feel like I know more about it than Jeremy. I'll say that.
Hey,
More
shots
about
fired
baseball?
without
Oh,
Jeremy in here.
snap.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll say that, and it's because I do play MLB The Show a lot.
Oh,
Okay,
dude, yeah.
okay.
So-
oh, yeah.
Those
violently
mental
addicted.
game reps are legit, right? They do give you real time.
I
I'm in
love
the
that game.
trenches.
That's
Like,
all
when
I play. That's
Whenever
all I play.
somebody gets a spotlight card, I'm like, oh, they're playing good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, like I've been deep in the trenches of MLB The Show, so I know my baseball.
Do you
I
know the TCG market, like the Pokemon? I know you're a fan of Nintendo and stuff like that, but like, do you collect Pokemon and
Yeah, I think Pokemon might be the thing I've spent the most money on in my entire life.
Really?
In terms of both the games and the cards.
in riffing? No way.
Yeah, so in the games, I buy every game twice. Once to keep
Okay.
it sealed and once to play it.
Ooh.
That's so smart, dude.
So, and I've been doing that since Game Boy games. So,
Oh snap, Manny!
Uh,
Manny's about to retire off Pokemon.
Yeah, I have a lot of the original, both in Japanese and English.
Dude, that's so smart. That's like everyone telling people like hold a hobby box and don't rip it on your shelf, and everyone's like, I can't, bro. I couldn't have that wax in my room. I feel like I wouldn't have ever thought to have bought a second game to not
Yeah.
play
I
because I wasn't collecting as a kid either, though.
I didn't think about it until I was in high school.
Okay.
So I retroactively went back and bought sealed
Dude.
versions of
Mhm.
past games.
You did it before, still, even though I'm sure whenever you were in high school before
that,
stuff's
that
crazy.
must have been like 2012 around there.
Okay.
But yeah, like I have, Red Blue, which is the original one. I also collect the books, the manga books.
Mhm.
Yeah, Pokemon is. If I were ever to get a tattoo, it's probably a Pokemon tattoo.
Oh.
Which Pokemon? Which Pokemon? Do you have a specific
know.
one, or would it just be like a
Oh,
generalized?
man.
Probably a Pokeball or something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
a
yeah,
Master
it's
Ball.
the answer of what's your favorite Pokemon is like when somebody asks me what's your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Ask me again. Ask me again tomorrow. That'll
Yeah.
be different. Like,
Fair enough.
So what do you? So I mean, I guess we could have also tapped Coin on this when he was here a little while ago. But Mega Evolutions, right? Isn't that the newest big release?
Mhm.
So Coit kind of explained it to me loosely. Can you explain to me, like in a comparison to like sports, what is Mega Evolutions? Like, is it a major release? Like, I know it's a major release, but how would you just describe it in comparison to
Right.
like sports?
So, Pokemon, there's essentially two types of sets. There are mainstream sets and there are special sets. Mega Evolution would be the first main set of the Mega Evolution brand.
Okay.
So, for example, there's a very easy way to tell whether it's a main brand or it's a special brand. Does it have booster boxes? So, for example, Shining Fates, Hidden Fates, Prismatic Evolutions do not have booster boxes.
Okay.
Mega Evolution does.
Gotcha.
So that is the easiest way to find out whether it's a main set or a special set.
Now, a booster box. What is the comparable? Is that like a?
It's 36 packs a box.
Okay, so like kind of like a hobby box.
Sure, yeah,
Close enough.
yeah. If you get it on the initial release day, it's probably about 170.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like 320.
Oh snap! That released less than a week ago.
That would have released 4 days ago, Friday.
How many
Oh my
packs?
gosh!
How many packs are in a booster box?
36.
36 packs. So at 320 though, that's still what?
Yeah, and the way I
Eight
get
per pack?
mine, give or take. The way I get mine is just a website called Pokemon Center.
Okay.
Uh,
Clever marketing.
it's because it's Pokemon's official website.
Okay, there we go.
And about 2 months before every new release, they have a pre-order, and you can get up to one of each. So when I get back home to Florida, because right now I'm not at my home,
Where are you?
I am at the Rare Edition warehouse
Yeah.
Ooh.
with Jeremy in the room behind me.
He's breaking something right now.
He's breaking right now. He's pretty stressed out. Yeah, when I get back home, I pre-ordered months ago a Mega Evolution ETB and a booster box, and I got both for $220 total. And the Pokemon Center ETB currently goes for about $160.
Dang.
Wow.
And as I told, the booster box is $320. And Jason, if you ever have him on one of these, he always tells me sell it, and I'm always like, no.
Yeah.
I am opening it.
So,
I was waiting for the no. I'm holding it. No, I'm opening
No,
it.
this
So-
is my dopamine hit.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys might know this better with Panini, but as far as tops goes, I mean, when stuff hits the market of like, hey, release day at noon, like, or not release day, but like pre-order at noon, it's sold out within like 2 minutes. I'm assuming it's probably, is it similar or?
It used to be until about a year and a half ago they implemented a queue system. Ever since they implemented that, I've never failed to get one.
Oh, cool.
It is a very good system. It may take you 2 hours, but you will get
You're
there.
gonna get something.
Nice.
Yeah, you will get there. They do have a limit too, so you can only get like one booster box per account, 2 ETBs per account. That's it. They lock you out.
Nice.
But
Good.
I've always been able to get one since then.
Hell yeah. Okay, Manny, since you break mainly basketball and football, right? As far as your two biggest products, like bridge the gap between the two of them and give me your like favorite football hobby product to break, favorite basketball hobby product to break in the last year or so, and then your favorite case of retail for both as well.
Basketball, I'm a big Phoenix basketball guy.
Okay.
I think we've broken through about like 10 cases of it by now.
Was last year the first year of Phoenix or the second year
First year and
for basketball?
and last year because they didn't make one this year, and their license ends in like checks watch 2 weeks, something like that. So there's not going to be another one. The last basketball license set actually comes out tomorrow, so that's fun.
What is it?
It is Prism Black.
Whoa, an exclusive like standalone Prism Black for basketball?
And it's gonna have 5 autos a box.
Whoa.
So I say tomorrow, but whenever this releases, October 1st.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phoenix, we broke it a ton. It is the product I have gotten the most one-on-ones out of. We had
Hobby or retail? What you guys were
hobby.
breaking? Hobby.
We had one case that had 7 one-on-ones.
Oh my god.
That's decent. That's decent.
Yeah. Great product. 3 hits a box, 12 number parallels a box. Like it's a great product. For football, I like Select a lot. I know Select is a little washed at the moment in recent renditions of it, but I'm a sucker for those field levels.
The horizontal field levels this year are really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do.
So, basketball, football, with the license changing over to Topps for basketball, you said that they're not going to make like Phoenix. Are they just going to not make the same product lines that they made? Or are they going to consolidate them?
I don't know. I feel like what Panini is about to do might be what Topps did the past 2 years, because they just signed 15 of the 31st round draft picks of this past draft. So they're not going anywhere. They're planning on making these cards. I don't know what their avenue is going to be, but I know for sure we're going to see Prism, Optic, those main staples. Whether we're going to get Phoenix, I don't know. Sometimes they do skip a year and then they come back. It happens. But I would.
They drop something like Photogenic randomly, or what did you guys rip recently that was no bueno? Signature? No. What was it called? Silhouette?
Silhouette. Yeah, Silhouette was fun though. I had good boxes.
Okay, Koi got the bad ones, you got the good ones. Because Koi was just ranting about it.
Yeah, Koi was not having fun with that.
I got the 2 logo mans. He did not.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Exactly. And they came from the same batch too. So.
Oof. Oh wow.
Yeah, I put mine through the X-ray machine.
The CT scanner.
The CT scanner.
Exactly. But I think we're still going to see the kabooms are still going to go for a pretty penny, the downtowns. I think the better question is, how many autos are they going to add? Are they going to lower the price? Because they could just say, hey, Prism at 500, same as it was last year, and it'll probably sell.
Yeah.
Or are they going to take the Prism baseball approach, where it's like, hey, it's like $150?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Knowing Panini, I think it might be a middle range.
Yeah, I'm banking on a middle range just because I mean Panini has never held a baseball license, so it's I feel like the demand always isn't super there. So, but I mean they have the demand
built
with
in.
the iconic you think about hey, let's think of Luka rookie card, you think Prism. So it's even just that design I feel like is still going to carry that premium.
Yeah. And you compare it to when Topps came out with their first unlicensed, which was Topps Chrome 23-24. That came out at I don't remember the exact price, but I remember it was an absurd price.
Mm-hmm.
And after about a week, it crashed by 60%.
I think it was $400.
That sounds about right.
I think that's what it opened at, because I remember going to my shop because Topps always releases stuff on the same day, even for baseball and basketball. And I was talking to the LCS owner, and I was picking up. I can't recall what it was, but I was like, "Oh, those are new this year." I was just looking at it. I was like, "Yeah, I might get one. How much are they?" He's like 400. I was like, "What?" I was expecting, the Panini baseball approach of $150. I was like, "Yeah, I'd mess around with it for $100, $150." But
yeah, and not to start a war or whatever, but I do like the Panini designs more than the Topps designs in terms of the case hits. I like.
It's okay. Everybody has opinions, even though yours is wrong. That's okay.
Sure.
No. Trent's gonna be like, no, look at my $75.
Oh my gosh!
Look at my $70 home field advantage. It's
I'm
so
sorry.
much cleaner.
I'm sorry. I don't like cartoon backgrounds. I don't like the feel. Might
like
as well flip the
cartoons,
baseball
bro?
field
We like
upside down and
trading
say this
cards
is the
for a
case
living.
hit.
You're
We
crazy.
put the lines on a football field. Don't go vertically, guys. Come on.
Listen, they did bungle the AI stuff.
But I'm
they
still
messed
going to
it up,
spend $800 on this dual downtown.
Even
Get out of
the
here.
AI ones were still prettier than the home field advantage.
Yeah,
They're
no, they
poorly
weren't.
photoshopped. They're like
None of them.
realistic imagery, but then a cutout ish of the player.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this dude really swinging a bat on 88th and 61st Street, like Brooklyn? Okay, come on. I don't know if that's in Brooklyn, but I just went for it. Manny, you're also a big fan of wrestling, right? You've been to some live wrestling events.
Yeah, I've been to more than I want to admit.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's like going to a football game, right? Same
Yeah.
thing.
Sure.
I wish I'd been to more football games, so you should wish
Yeah.
you've been to more wrestling matches.
Football games, I think I've only been to 3 or 4,
Okay.
roughly.
When wrestling for you, is that something that you've been a fan of since you were a kid, or is it something that you grew into a fan as you were older? I remember when I was a kid watching one of in the different conferences or the different leagues of WWE, WWE Raw, and what they were when I watched them, but like playing the video games as a kid and sitting down and watching it like Tuesdays and Saturday nights is my memory. And then I stopped watching it, and I know it's gotten a lot bigger because John Cena came back to wrestling recently. What's your take on Cena being back on stage and mixing in with all the current pro wrestlers? Like, who's your favorite current wrestler out right now, and who was your favorite way back when we were little babies?
Yeah, so Cena's always been my guy as a kid.
Okay.
He's always been my guy. Him and CM Punk, which is funny because they're both currently active right now again. CM Punk for the first time in like 9 years, and then Cena first full time in like 8 years.
CM Punk did a little stint in the UFC.
Yes, and I apologize. It wasn't 9 years for Punk. It was more like, it was 9 years at the moment when he came back, but it was actually like 13 years since now or something like that.
Oh wow.
But yes, his time at UFC was not good.
Yeah, it was awful, dude. It was so bad.
And speaking of UFC, I also am a fan of UFC.
Okay.
But yeah, I was very excited about Cena coming back. I still enjoy it. They fumbled it hard, but he's my guy. It is what it is.
Stand by him to the end.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I've heard a lot of backstage talk, and there's one guy I blame, but
call him out, Manny. They'll call you on stage. Call him out.
Triple H hasn't really been the best at booking.
Triple H, you and me in the octagon.
But seeing him back is great. And actually, they just announced a few days ago his last match is going to be December 13th. I have a wedding that day that I have to attend to.
Dude, congrats.
No, you don't. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, so I'm...
Move the wedding.
Yeah, I think the ceremony's at like 4. And the match is probably at like 9.
You can swing that.
Everyone will be hammered by that point. You can slip out the back.
Yeah, I'll get a good old Irish exit.
That Irish goodbye.
Get out of there. But thankfully, it's not a night ceremony. Otherwise, I would have to make a decision.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you tapped on it really quick, so I want to do the same thing for UFC. We didn't plan on talking UFC, but who is your favorite current UFC fighter?
Well,
or previous, or both?
Yeah, he's not there anymore, but he recently retired. But let me backtrack a few. I started watching about 10 years ago.
Okay.
So at the time, it was Conor.
Right.
Now Conor's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hasn't been around either.
Yeah.
So I liked a ton Poirier. I liked him a ton. Right now, he just retired, so it is what it is. But of the active guys, I'm a big Pereira guy.
Okay.
He's fun. Another one, it's hard not to like Islam just because of how good of a technical wrestler he is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I do hate though.
Oh yes.
Every time this guy, I hope he loses again sometime. If he fights again, I hate John Jones.
John Jones, didn't he just retire? Didn't he officially retire? I thought he did.
Dude, that's the one card. One of my PC pickup from the National was a John Jones
right?
rookie auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the record, I did sell that actually.
Jones.
I did sell that. I 2x'd it in a month.
Yeah, I hope he comes back so that he can then lose
on the White House lawn.
If that happens, yeah. But yeah, I'm planning if nothing happens with my flight and I make it on time, I will be at a movie theater watching UFC 320 because that's usually
at a
usually
theater.
where I go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my local theater. You should, if you want, you can check. Most Regal and AMC cinemas offer. I think it's like $20 a ticket, something like that, and you get to watch it on the big movie screen.
Dude, that is so cool.
That's awesome.
Well, Manny, dude, thank you for joining us. We're gonna have to have you back on whenever you're back home, and I want to see maybe when you rip your Pokemon stuff. Do you usually like video that for content, or do you normally just rip it on your own? Because I would love to see you rip some of the new stuff whenever you get back, if it's waiting for you when you get home.
Hit a monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
God packs.
I don't usually, but if you want me to, then sure.
Yeah, I think
Do it.
I think if you put something up, we could tell everybody here to go watch it too. That's what
Yeah.
we really would want.
I'll tell you something I will record for you too, though. Sometime in the next month or so, I was told, Panini lies sometimes, or they get delayed. I should be getting a white box in the next month or so.
Whoa, replacement
Yeah.
for something that they boo-booed?
Yeah, not that they boo-booed, but I waited for 2 years, and in between those 2 years, I ended up getting something that I like a lot more than what the redemption should have been. So I called them and I was like, "Hey, can I get a white box?" And they're like, "Not until there's a comp of over 1,000 cards." Okay, cool. I wait another like 3 months. A comp pops up of 1,050, and I call them, "Hey," and they're like, "Yeah, it qualifies." And I've been on the white box list for about 5 months now, and they told me that it was going to be after the national, and that was what 2 months ago.
2 months ago, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been waiting still. We'll see.
So at some point, dude. Okay, I did not know that though. That's great information for the chat. If you have a redemption of over $1,000 and you've been waiting for it, you can let them know to send you something else. Like stop waiting.
Yeah,
for
and
stuff.
I called the phone number, which a lot of people don't know. You can call the phone number.
You can, and they are more helpful when you do that.
They are extremely helpful, and you're not on hold for more than like 10 seconds. Not to dox them or anything, but you can find it.
At the same time, if you're just calling to check in on your redemption, they're not gonna like ship you a bunch of sparkle packs because you're waiting at 180 days. Like you have to actually have a problem.
No, how many years? How many years is acceptable for me to call them? Is over 3 okay? That's where I'm at.
3 is the cutoff for redemptions on Panini stuff. I think. 3
Well, I'm saying it's been with them for 3 years.
Oh yeah. Call them.
I'll
Cause
probably
stink,
call.
Trent.
I mean, it's a $10 card.
Look, Manny's the king.
Dude, it's a $10 card. I'm like,
you're
since the point, it's a Mets dude who has literally gone like
down
this.
and down.
He's gone no, way up, and now he's back down here. So,
Pete Alonso?
No, shut up.
Is it a Brett Beatty?
No, it's a Mark Vientos. So,
yeah.
Well, we appreciate having you on, Manny. We'll have to have you on again. Trent, thanks for hanging as always.
Oh yeah,
and
Manny, it's been awesome. Thanks for jumping on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on. We're gonna play some outro music. We'll catch you guys next week. Send your comments on the Facebook. If you're in the Facebook group, Manny, tell everybody where to find your breaks before we leave. Please tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, if you're in Jetbreakers or if you are in the NBA basketball buy sell trade breaks group, I always forget to put that last part in there.
Breaks powered by Jetbreakers.
Powered by Jetbreakers, yes. Basketball, I usually post at noon Eastern, so 12 p.m. on the dot. I'm usually pretty straightforward about that. You should see it on the feature tab. Probably about 5 to 6 days of the week, there will be a breakup on that feature tab. Same for football, usually about 1 to 1:30 Eastern is when I post those.
Okay. Do you have an exclusive group or a way for people to join text or anything?
I do.
Messenger?
Just message me privately or comment on one of my posts that you're interested in my trade group, my break group. And there's some special goodies in there, like maybe some giveaways, maybe better discounts, stuff like that.
All right, cool. You heard the man. All right, catch Manny on the Facebook groups and Breaking Basketball and Football. Trent, anything you want to say before we sign off?
No, I'm ripping cases all week. Did case number 1 today, case number 2 tomorrow, case number 3 on Friday. We're case breaker. I'm a case breaker now.
He's a case breaker.
Since I've been out here, I've done about 6 cases.
Yeah, you've been.
You are a case breaker, sir.
Yeah,
anyone wants to hate case breakers, y'all come find these two. They're breaking cases.
Correct. Come find me. Yeah. Come find me and comment on my posts.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll catch y'all next week.
All right. See ya.
Trade breaks football.